Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I have even more news to share with you regarding the WoW 20th anniversary event and patch 11.0.5 and all the new rewards that you will be able to get during this new patch. So for those of you who are still not really aware about all of this, basically normally this patch and the WoW 20th anniversary event should start around November. And as you will see, you will be able to get some new mounts, some returning mounts, some new cosmetic and transmog items, and also some toys, pets, and many other cool rewards. So first, let's start with all the different mounts that you will be able to get during this new patch. As you can see, we will have some new time walking mounts that you will be able to buy with the different time wrap badges. So you have this one right here, which is a recolored version of the different mounts from the Burning Cresset. So this is a pretty nice one right here. Then we also have a wrist color of the very famous Amani Warbear. And so as you can see, this is this green version right here. There's still plenty of these unused skin for the Amani Warbears, but I think this one is pretty nice. Then we also have this one right here. So this one won't be something you will be able to purchase with the different time wrap badges. It will be linked to the event, so we'll have to wait and see. It's probably going to be the main mount you can get and something like that. But as you can see, this is really an amazing mount. I think it looks super nice. It is a like reskin a little bit of one of the previous store mounts, but at least this one you will be able to get it for free. And I do think this one is way nicer. And I really love the details on the mount. For instance, here as you can see, even on the feathers, you have some crystals and everything. And also I love the glow around the different wings. So this is a really nice mount. And then you also have the Enchanted Spell with Carpet. So this is another one of the time walking mounts. So this is just a reskin of the different Wrath of the Lich King and the Burning Cresset Carpet. So nothing too crazy here. Then also you will have some returning mounts, especially you have the Core on Chain. So this is one of the mounts that were unobtainable after the end of the 10th anniversary event, and you are still able to get it in the game, but you need to buy it through the black market auction house. So it's quite difficult to get and quite expensive. So now you will be able to get it back during this event. Then also next to that, it's not confirmed which other mounts will be brought back, but as you can see from the promotional video from Blizzard, here there is the Illidary Doomhawk, which is the latest or one of the latest mounts we got from these different anniversary events. And you will also be able to buy it with some of the different time wrap badges. And so hopefully some of the other ones, such as the last one, will be things that will be brought back into the game. But for now, we can only confirm these ones. And then the last two mounts that I think are really interesting are these two motorcycle mounts. So these ones, it hasn't been fully confirmed. As you can see, for this one, it says that the source of the event normally should be the WoW 20th anniversary event, and the other one, it just says promotion. So hopefully we will be able to get them during patch 11.0.5. They were advertised already a year ago, so I think it's definitely time for these mounts to be finally added into the game. So we have this one right here, and we also have the red and green version. There is also a purple version that normally should also be added into the game at some point. For now, we don't really know how exactly this one will be available, but this is the main one right here, and I do think this mount looks super cool. So now let's talk about new transmog items, and here in particular I want to start with the new updated versions of the tier 2 sets. So this is something I already covered in another video, but now we have access to them in the model viewer, so you can really go and apply any of the race that you like and really try to see the detail on these different armors. So first we have the warrior set, which I mean looks absolutely insane. As you can see, the detail on the armor is really nice. The glowing effects everywhere is also really good, and I mean the cloak is just crazy. Then after that we have right here, of course, the paladin one. So as you can see, the paladin one is also amazing. This is the one that the most people have been talking about, and this is again a really good updated set. Especially I like the glowing effect in the eyes and all the details on the set. So definitely another really good one. Then here we have the Druid one. So the Druid one, I think actually is probably one of my favorite as well. I think it just looks absolutely amazing. Then after that, we also have right here the Hunter set. So this one is really, really good as well. I do love, for instance, what they did with the chest piece and also with all the details on the gloves and on the rest of the set. So really nice as well. So after that, we have the Mage set, which again, I think looks absolutely amazing. The orbs look really good and the detail on the set is also really, really nice. Then after that, we have the Shaman sets. So this one I think looks okay. I do love all the different effects on the shoulders. I think these look really good. Then after that, we have the preset. The preset is also really, really good. Then after that, we have the Death Knight set. And the Death Knight set, I have to say, is by far one of my favorite ones as well. I mean, it looks just so good. It reminds me of the Paladin set actually from Nighthold from Legion, but this is the Death Knight version, and I think the shoulders, the belt, everything else just look so, so good. Then after that, we have the Rogue One, but sadly I cannot show it in the model viewer, but basically it will look like that. I do think the Rogue One is not the best. It looks a little bit too dark. Then after that, we have this one right here, which is the Demon Hunter one. So the Demon Hunter one, again, I think it's okay. It just looks very, very, very similar to all the different sets we've already had in the past. Especially, it's the same colors and a little bit the same style of all the different Legion sets. Then after that, we have here the Evoker set. So the Evoker set, they said they mainly based it on Nefarian, and I think you can see that with the helmet. The rest I think is okay. The shoulders should have been maybe a little bigger. I think that would have been nicer. But other than that, I think this is a pretty good set, and I do like the color of the sets. Then we also have the Monk one. So the Monk is pretty nice as well. I know that a lot of people are not a big fan, but I personally really like it. And finally, we also have the Warlock set. And so here, as you can see, for the Warlock set, it will look like that. So again, really, really improved version. I do love the shoulders with the glow effect. So this is another really nice one. Then after that, we have some other interesting transmog items that will be added. And as you can see, these are all these different colors sets. So basically, this is only the shoulders and the helmet, but these look absolutely insane. And each time you will have two options for the different helmets. It's either with the mask or without the mask. So for instance, one of my favorite one is the Midnight one. So as you can see, you will have this mask right here, which I think looks really, really, really cool. And then it will go with the shoulders, which are like a little bit different than the ones we've had since the release of Dragonflight through the training post. But they're still like a little bit nicer, I would say. So as you can see, these are all the different colors. I think again, the white one also looks super, super cool. So these ones, normally, I think you will be able to, as you can see, get most of them through the training post. But then probably they will also have like a few other sources because there's so many of these items. So it's hard to say. So then after that, we also have a new kind of Blizzard employee set. So you will be able to get first a one-handed sword. You will also be able to get a shield. There you will also have the helmets. You will get a back piece, which is basically a combination of the sword and the shield, and also a ring that you will be able to use as a toy. And so when you get all of them, as you can see, it basically looks like that, which I think honestly looks super, super, super cool. Especially I love the fact that you can get these two in the back and at the same time you can use them as actual weapons. So this is super cool, and normally you will be able to buy all these ones with the new currency. So the new currency, you will be able to get it by doing all the different activities linked to the 20th anniversary event. So then you will also have tons of new cosmetic weapons, and most of them will come from the trading post, but also some of these we don't know exactly the source. So for instance, here you have this one-handed sword. You also have this one right here, which is a two-handed sword. You then have this dagger, again, pretty nice. Then we have this pole arm and also staff, which I think looks really good. If you're basically a warlock, this is the perfect weapon for you. So as you can see, this is this one right here. Then we also have this over Kirintor staff, which I think looks really, really nice. And especially now that we got a lot of Kirintor related stuff, it's nice to have this weapon. Then we have this other staff right here, which is basically a staff with the logo of Druids. So I think this looks super nice, and I'm sure many Druids will be happy to get it. Then we have another one that is similar to this one. This is again the Druid symbol. Then we also have Moria Torreson's Hammer. So this is basically a little bit of a reskin of the different artifact weapons for shamans from Legion. Then we also have Bronze Spear's Battle Mace right here. So this one is pretty nice as well. Then we have right here another recolored versions of the Amani bow. Then we have this other dagger right here, which is just a recolored version of some of the weapons from WoD. We have this one, which is a recolored version of a weapon from Vanilla WoW. I think this one actually looks very nice. Then we have some of the new color schemes for the Love is in the Air weapons. So we have these two-ended staff right here. We also have the wand, and then we also have the bow. So I think these ones look pretty cool. Then we have some more cool items. So for instance, we have this one right here. And this one, I'm not even sure if this is something that was in the game previously. But as you can see, this one looks really, really, really nice. And this is definitely with the design of Wrath of the Lich King with the vehicle. So this one I really, really like. Then we have this other one right here. This one, I believe, this is a recolor version of the bow from the Siege of Orgrimmar. Then we have this one. I'm not exactly sure if this is one of the colors that we had before, but this is now a cosmetic item, the Obsidian Gladiator Greatsword. Then after that, we have this gun right here. Again, this one, I don't even remember seeing it in the game. Maybe this is a new model. So after that, we have even more new weapons. And this one, for instance, is completely new, I believe. And I do think this one looks really cool. This is again with the same style of Wrath of the Lich King. So probably a weapon that was supposed to be added into the game, but that never was. Then we have this one, again, a new weapon, which I think looks super nice as well. As you can see, this is this axe, and I do think this one looks really, really nice. So a one-handed axe. This one actually, these are some of the new ones that they decided to add, and I do think they look super, super, super nice. We have this one, and I do believe this one is a completely new weapon, and it definitely, again, has the same texture from Wrath of the Lich King, and this one actually is super, super interesting. I really like it, and so this is a two-handed axe. Then we have this one, so this is a really, really cool glaive, and as you can see, you will be able to get it like that. So in my opinion, this is one of the best as well. I mean, this is a two-handed polearm, and it looks absolutely amazing. Then we also have some new shields that are really nice. So as you can see, for instance, we have this one right here. We also have this one. I mean, it looks absolutely amazing in my opinion. Then we have this one. This is an held enough end item. We also have this shield right here. Again, another amazing shield that was never introduced into the game, and now you will be able to get it. Then we have a few new Christmas or Winter Veil transmog items. So I do believe these ones will probably be available with the December training post rewards. So as you can see, we have this two-handed mace right here, and I do think this one looks so, so, so cool. You even have the little snow globe right here. So I mean, this weapon is absolutely crazy. Then we have this one right here, which is just this little sword. Again, I do like, like the handle and everything. I think it looks cool. Then we have the tree topper. So here you basically have a tree on top of your weapon, which I think, again, is pretty cool. And so as you can see, this one will be a two-handed staff. And then finally, we have this candid blade, but I do think we already had something similar before. And you also have this shield right here, which is again themed around the Wintervale event. And the last few weapons that I want to talk about are some of these new Warcraft 3 team backpieces that you will be able to get as the monthly reward for November. And so basically here, as you can see, you will have this one, which is the human backpiece. So this is a really cool one. Then you have the orc team backpiece right here. Again, really, really, really nice. Then we have the night elf one, which if you're paying a night elf and you have the heritage armor, it will look so good. And finally, the one I already mentioned in another video, which is the Scourge one. And there is basically Frostmourne in the middle. So this one is also really, really cool. Then in terms of other cosmetic items, so not weapons, here we will have, for instance, a recolored version of the crown from the Love is in the Air event. We will also have these new cool ear muffs, Transmogs. So I think these look actually super, super fun. There is the Horde version right here and then the Alliance version. I do think the Horde version looks a little bit better, but that's my opinion. Then we also have some more of these different wings back pieces. So we have this one, as you can see, and also this one. And so these are some of the new items you will also be able to get. Now, another very interesting thing to note is that some of the different armor pieces from, for instance, Wrath of the Lich King and Mist of Fire that were restricted to specific classes are now going to be basically available to anyone who can wear this type of armor pieces. So, for instance, here you have these different piece of tier sets from Naxxramas, from Wrath of the Lich King. And normally, for instance, this one is only for Warlocks. But here, as you can see, you will not be able to get it if you are playing on any cloth classes. Then you will also be able during this event to get some really good pieces of gear. So first of all, you will have all these different 584 items from the new BRD raids and also from all the different world bosses. And one thing that is interesting to note is that some of them will be BOEs, or at least for now they are BOEs. So it means that hopefully you will be able to also make some gold when you get some of these different items. And then next to that, you will also be able to get these time wrap relic coffer keys. And if you're doing the different rates in heroic difficulty, you will be able to get some that will reward you with some 623 Ilvl Gear, which is really, really good. So it means if by November you're still not really geared and you have tons of alts you want to gear up with, you will be able to do that and hopefully to gear up very fast with all these different items. Then we have these few new toys right here. So we have the Practice Ravager, not exactly sure what it will do. The Coldflame ring, so this is the ring I was telling you about that you will be able to use to complete your Blizzard employee look. Then we have the 20th anniversary balloon chest, probably something you will just be able to click on it and a bunch of balloons will spawn from it. And then the tempered banner of the Algari and 4 champions prestigious banners. And I do believe these ones are linked to PvP. Then we will also have a bunch of new pets. So for instance, we have this little guy right here, which I think looks really nice. And we also have this version, little Doomy's Hilt. And normally they will have little swords as well, which is pretty cute. Then we will have a Mitzi, which is just a gorilla. Then we will also have this boar right here. We will have a bunch of new balloons as well. So as you can see, we have this one, and this other one. And we also have this Bluey Doo. So this one will be from the trading post. And this is a pretty interesting pet. And the last category of items that I want to talk about are these new commendations. So basically, you will not be able to also buy some of these different combinations for all the extra factions from the different expansions. So for instance, here you have the League of Arator, the Defilers, another tribe. And I'm pretty sure you will be able to buy these new commendations from the different Time Walking vendors with some time wrap badges. So this is definitely something good. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Again, I'm sure we will have plenty more surprises with this new patch and the WoW 20th anniversary events, but at least for now, these are some of the main rewards we know we will be able to get. And so I hope you are excited for some of them. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos. And in the meantime, I wish you a great day. Bye.